Alright, in this video we're going to be setting up your ESP. So we've got a bunch of stuff to do in this video. Like we talked about in the last one, I recommend Aweber. I'll put the links below this video as well. I'm including my affiliate link for Aweber, but I do have an affiliate account for ActiveCampaign, but personally, if I'm going to recommend one being better than the other, I'm not going to include an affiliate link for the second one. Just, I don't know, it's one of those kind of a moral thing or something, I don't know. But the Aweber one is my affiliate link. So let's go ahead and we're going to kind of use this slide as a step-by-step plan to follow. So the first thing is getting your account set up, choosing a plan. So I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new Aweber account just for Vacation Sumo. Sometimes I do this instead of just adding a new list inside of my existing Aweber accounts. I have multiple, I don't even remember, 3 or 4 now. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I create a brand new account. Honestly, the main reason is if I think that I'm ever going to sell off this company, I want everything to be separated as much as possible, so it's an easy flow, easy transition selling it to the person who's buying. You could still sell it off if you include your new list inside of an existing account. It's just not as easy. You'd have to export the list and then let them import it to their own new Aweber account. So I'm just going to create this one separately, whether I decide to, follow through after this training and continue on with it and build it and possibly sell it off or just keep it, whatever. Not sure yet, but at this point, to me, it's worth the separate charge, which is $20 a month, to just have its own standalone account. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click pricing here. I just want to get started with the Pro because I know that I don't, free is fine for you right now. I just don't want any kind of hold up with things that I'm maybe just not thinking about and have to do it later. So not a big deal to have to just upgrade, later on, but whatever. So it's going to ask me to enter all this info. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to change this to monthly. What I'm going to do is pause this video real quick. I'm going to enter this info kind of off the video and then just try and move down so that it's not visible. And then we'll pick back up here in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a second. Okay, so I'm an idiot and I put my Gmail address in there as the new account sign up, but I've already been using that one for the last 3 accounts that I've signed up for. So I just created a second account now. I'm not sure why they're still showing the Gmail button to log in, but I signed up under Vacation Sumo, which I should have the first time. So I'm going to head over to check that account and get that verification email. So here we go, and I'm going to click Get Started. So now I need to set up a email and password. Again, this is going to be Vacation Sumo, and then I'm just going to suggest a strong password, preferably one that I'm not showing to everybody on the screen, but I'm going to go ahead and copy this and then take it off the screen over here and change it up a little bit. There we go. Save. All right. So now we're kind of in the, close this tab here, we're kind of in the process of we just picked the pricing plan and signed up. Now we're kind of at the complete your profile as much as possible. So like the company info and address, they're going to kind of guide you along through this process. What we're going to do is kind of come back and verify everything after we've finished and gotten inside of the account. So I'm going to change the name of this to Vacation Sumo, since this entire account is going to be for that. This is going to be, trying to think of which one I wanted to just use. Probably the, whatever this is. I couldn't remember if this is www. No. Okay. Use that. Oops. And industry or category. Let's see if there's travel. No, there's tourism. Let's just kind of look through here real quick. Yeah, tourism is close enough. Continue. Okay, so the address part is what is going to actually show up in the bottom of your email, and this is necessary for the anti-spam laws, like one of the things I was mentioning in I think the previous lesson. If you're going to have to put some kind of address. We've used the PO box for our gardening business forever, and they're okay with that. Doesn't necessarily have to be a physical location. If you have nothing else, then you're just going to have to put your home address, and the home address is going to be shown at the bottom of every email. You don't have a choice. This isn't an AWeber thing. This is an every ESP thing. You have to do it. But like I said, you can do PO box. I use, like I said in a previous module, I use the UPS mailbox location, so that's what I'm going to put in here. So we'll get the zip code right there. Got Texas in there already. City name is New Braunfels. There we go. So I could just leave that there, but that's okay. Cool. And hit continue. Do you already have any email subscribers? For this list, I do not. So I'm just going to say no. I'm just getting started with email. Hit continue. What are your business goals? So we'll make customized suggestions to help you achieve your goals faster. Check all that apply. Grow audience. Send a newsletter. Sell product services. Share new content. And that's probably good enough. Hit continue. What other tools do you use for your business? We'll suggest integrations and whatnot. So we'll do Facebook, WordPress, Zapier, ClickFunnels, and that's good. If you have others that apply to you, then again, feel free to check whatever. Okay, so that is the basic setup for this part. So this is step number 2. They're going to guide you along down here as well. However, I wouldn't really worry about this yet, because first of all, you're not doing a landing page. We've already done all that. We're not getting into the welcome message yet, and whatever they tell you to do is likely not going to be what I recommend doing, and you're not going to be sharing this with anybody. So I would just click no thanks and dismiss it. So the next step is going to be creating the actual email lists and entering as many details as possible. Let's see what else they're sending me. Okay, an invoice. So just didn't want that thing blinking anymore. All right. So now the list itself. By default, it's already going to be set up. They're going to just create one for you, but we want to change that. So we're going to go to list options and then list settings, and we're going to make this whatever your business is. This is something that is visible to your subscribers. So when an email is sent, at the bottom there's going to be 2 links for them to click. There's going to be an unsubscribe link, and then there's going to be a change subscriber settings link, something like that. They really both take them to the same Aweber page, and then it shows the name, the list name that they're on. It also will show the description of what the list is. So this is going to be let's do vacation deals, tips, and savings, something like that, just something real generic. I'm gonna come back to this contact address we just did. If you want to get notified anytime that you get a new subscriber, you can put your email in here and click add. Mine's already there by default, so I'm just going to save the settings on this page here. Next, we go to personalize the list. If you have any of these things, you can go ahead and do that. We don't really need to do that right now. Honestly, I don't ever do this anyways. So that's about it for the email list and entering as many details as we can. Next one is turning off confirmed opt-in. So if you're not familiar with what confirmed opt-in is, confirmed opt-in means if somebody enters their email and gets on your list and you have confirmed opt-in set to on, which is what it is right now by default, send confirmation for Aweber sign up forms, an email will get sent by Aweber with your name on it saying, please click this link to confirm that you want to be added to the list. So it's going to be very similar to this type of email. Aweber is going to send that person an email with a button they have to click or a link they have to click that says, yes, I am confirming I do want to be added to that list. That is what's called confirmed opt-in. We want to turn that off. We don't want them to have to take 2 steps to get added to the email list. If they've gone to the trouble of entering their name and email address and then hitting the button, to me, that's enough to say I want to be added to the list. And I always just do what's called single opt-in. Confirmed opt-in is also called double opt-in by some people because they have to take 2 steps to be considered a subscriber. You will lose half of the people that you, if you have double opt-in or confirmed opt-in turned on, you will lose half the people that have entered their email because they just either won't get that confirmation email from Aweber or they just won't do it. They won't go back to their inbox right away. So when they get there, they're going to be like, I don't know who this is, and forget all about what they did. Personally, my recommendation, just turn it off, and you do that by moving this over. In some cases, from what I've heard, some people, Aweber won't let them turn off confirmed opt-in for whatever reason or another. I don't know why. If you go to Aweber's help support here, it's why I have this open. It's not like they're against you turning off confirmed opt-in. So I don't know if it's just people who are outside of the United States, Aweber makes them keep confirmed opt-in on for at least a little bit to make sure that they aren't like a spammer. They have some kind of reasoning behind it, but it's not listed anywhere in their help area at all. From what you can see in their help area, they are okay with you turning it off in these situations. So like this one right here is exactly what we're doing. The situation, people are coming to your website, entering their email address to get specific information that you're going to be sending via Aweber. That's exactly what we're doing. They're okay with this. Perfect. This is the most typical use of an Aweber account, exactly what we like to see. Permission is directly given and clear expectations are being set and followed. So, like, you don't have to feel bad about keeping a confirmed opt-in turned off. It's not like you're committing some kind of crime or something. The biggest thing is setting expectations. Just like they said, when somebody enters their email address, they got to know what's going to happen. That's it. So, I'm going to click yes to turn that off. As of right now, I'm not going to worry about this. I will talk about this one when I show how to add an Aweber form, web form into ClickFunnels. That's when this will become necessary. So I'm going to hit save just to make sure everything is good to go. We don't have to mess with any of this because we just turned that off. All right. The next thing is enter your from name and address and verify it. So this is where a bit of a rant is going to start. I'm going to get over there real quick in Aweber. So if you're watching this right now, and this is still kind of the live version of this course being created, a week or two ago, I had some tech issues on a Friday. I had 2 different tech issues, unrelated companies, where stuff just didn't work right, and I had to spend the entire day fixing it, and it cost me money. This is where one of them happened. So your from name and email address. This is the email address you're sending emails from. Remember, when you set up your domain name, I recommended choosing, just go ahead and getting your email address at the same time with, like I recommended, Namecheap. That's what I do with a lot of my domains now, is I just use Namecheap to get an email address and let them do the hosting stuff. That's what this is. This privateemail.com. It's when you're paying Namecheap for business email hosting, this is what you're getting. They're the ones that are they're hosting all of your domain, your email domain stuff, the email address or the emails you receive from people. Those are getting stored on the email host's server. Every email host server has an IP address. What happened a couple weeks ago is one of my businesses, the IP address got listed on what's called a block list. And when an IP address for an email server is listed on a block list, that's never good. It means that you are considered a spammer because the IP address that your domain is using is on a block list that you are associated with whatever bad stuff happened, even though it likely didn't come from your company. So the one I was using for that was actually a Google G Suite, what's called G Suite, which is now called Google Workplace, business email hosting account. We've used it since like 2015 or even 14 maybe for the gardening business. One of the Google server's IP addresses ended up on the block list somehow. I contacted Google, tried to get it fixed. AWeber did a great job trying to help me along in the process, getting it worked out. In the end, Google pretty much just said, we can't do anything to help you, sorry. So I basically said, okay, thanks, I'm not giving you any more money. And I moved to a different email server, or email host is really what it's called. So just be careful who you are choosing to host your business email with. I have never had a problem with anything from Namecheap. Up until a week or two ago, never had a problem with G Suite, which is now Google Workplace. However, I do have a huge problem with the way they handled my issue or lack thereof. So I wanted to kind of just make you aware of that in case for some reason you chose that route over choosing to go with what I recommended. You can always change at any time. That's exactly what I did. I ended up actually changing to a company called fastmail.com and chose one of their paid plans, and transition was very smooth moving over there. But if you just get it ahead of time with your domain through Namecheap, there's no problem. I have never had a problem with any of my Namecheap email accounts. So just wanted to mention that at the same time as this, because it kind of goes hand in hand with what we're doing here. So setting up your from name and address, this is a big deal, a very big deal. It needs to be your domain that you're sending from, not like Gmail or Hotmail like it says here. And you need to verify it. So it doesn't say if mine is actually verified here yet. It's possible that it is, because I did actually click the link from in here, but we'll see here in a second. So if you don't see yours in here, you're going to want to go ahead and add one. You can probably just add it from manage an email, domains and addresses. You can disregard the subdomain part. That's just for landing pages, which I'm not really even going to cover. So, so you can see if you used your business email when you signed up for the account, and then they sent you the email here, and you click the button, then it's verified. That's what it says, actually, verify your email. So that part's already done. I got my my business email in there, or the from name and from email address in there, and it's verified. That's what you want right now. If you don't have that right now, then you need to add it and make sure that your from name is at least a person's name. If you're not, if you're going to use a pen name or something, it needs to be a person's name there, not the company name. You always want a from name to be coming from a person. All right, and what do we got? I think one more step here. So this is a bit technical, and I kind of had to dive deep into this stuff back a couple weeks ago when I had that issue with my Google stuff. So it's another way to improve deliverability is just following these directions. You don't have to understand it. I don't even understand it myself. All I know is that it allows people you're sending your email to, it allows their company to look at these records and verify that you are who you say you are. It's a way to add extra authentication. Oh, I can't say the word. Authentication. It's a way to add extra authentication to your sending email. So again, you don't have to understand it. Once you set this up, it's done forever. You don't have to do it again. But it does follow your domains. So if you end up changing your sending domain or your from domain right here, if you change that, then you need to change these records again. So you might have seen it on this page right there. This is where you do it. And there's one of the reasons why I recommended using Cloudflare for this. You can do this with any domain registrar, but I don't know, Cloudflare to me just makes it a bit easier. So what we're going to do is right here, complete setup to enable custom DKIM records. So I'm going to click setup instructions. And what we have are actually 4 things that we have to add. 3 CNAME records and then 1 TXT or text record is what I call it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this first part. Actually, I think that's what this is for. So we can just do this. So the first one is going to be CNAME. And it's Aweber key A. We can just go ahead and click copy, and that's going to go in the host box. So we'll go over to Cloudflare. I'm already logged in, got my vacationsumo.com account pulled up. Go to DNS, go to add record, go to CNAME, and then remember in the name box we're going to paste that, and then we'll move this over. Go back to target, which is value. I'm going to copy this. Paste that and save. Okay, so A is done. We'll add another one. CNAME. This is B. Again, this is pretty straightforward, but it's incredibly important to do, even though you really don't even need to understand anything how it works. You should understand why it's helpful. It adds extra layer of authentication and allows you to just potentially have a better deliverability rate. Do the last one here again is another CNAME, and it's Aweber key C. Save, and then the last one is a text record, and you really are only supposed to have one TXT record. So you likely have another one in here already. You're going to want to go ahead and delete that. So the first one is just the domain name. You can really just, if you want, you can just go ahead and copy that, but you can also just use the @ symbol. So let me get a TXT record going. So like it says, use A for root. That's what this is. So I could just go like that. It's the same thing. And then the value is going to be all of this. I'm going to save it. It may not. Let me save it because I already have one down here. So you can see down here, if we click on this one, it really looks the same. Only difference is that it's choosing the SPF record is privateemail.com, which is what that domain is. We want it for Aweber. That's really all we're doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete this one. Make sure you're deleting the right one. Okay, that. Now these won't happen right away. I've seen in some cases like it takes days for these to refresh. So I'm just going to hit done, and let's see. So SPF got verified. Like I said, the DKIMs are CNAMEs. It might take them, 48 hours, 72 hours for them to what's called propagating the DNS. So just knowing that I've done it, I don't need to just like keep coming back here to refresh. You should see this turn to a green checkbox, I believe, just like this one. Yeah. All right, so I think that is it, right? For setting up your ESP, that's the basic setup in Aweber to get your account kind of caught up to speed for the best, to get the best out of the tool. You want to follow those setup instructions. That'll get us to the point now where we can move on in the next module to actually create the list and just know that we have a good foundation set up for the ESP. So if you have any questions on that, I know that a lot of it is confusing and hard to understand. Don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to answer however I can. Like I said, I don't know all of the exact specifics, but I understand why we need them, and hopefully that is really what you're getting out of this lesson here. So don't hesitate to ask. There's no such thing as a stupid question, trust me. So, all right, I'll see you in the next lesson.